looking over the camera, like, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was cool?
He fell asleep on one of them.
You fell asleep?
And what?
I was giving him a massage, and he passed out.
He asked for a massage.
It was like a massage scene,
Okay.
and he passed out.
I mean, that's understandable. Massage is nice.
He has narcolepsy too, so
Oh,
poor guy.
that definitely helps explain it.
Yeah.
He's in jail now.
He is.
What a shame.
Really? He's in. Wow, I didn't even know that.
Feel like-
Is he creepy? Sure, yeah. But if you were to ever say, like, hey, that's not cool, he would stop immediately. So I
Right.
never had a bad experience with him.
Being creepy's kind of par for the course in porn, maybe.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of creepiness to a lot of people.
Well, we're not even a month into the year. And I tell you, there's already so much news that has been going on around the world. I mean, between what's going on in Davos, the situations in Australia, Russia, Ukraine, Middle East, and here in the U.S. of A. And we've seen already a couple of court cases get pushed around the last year, and we've gotten a finalization, well, somewhat of a finalization for one case. And where do we go from this point on? Because there's a lot more to this. And tonight, I guess today we're going to discuss a little bit into it. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. Thank you for those who have tuned in. Like, subscribe, and share our products here on CutieCast TV, Man with the Show, and on all of our social media platforms out there, including BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey. We really do appreciate that. Here in YouTube, it's becoming even more and more difficult to keep our product up. We got age verified for one of our videos, and we're still asking YouTube, why was it age verified, where basically there's no language, no nudity, nothing that would violate the codes that you put on, and codes that you haven't even totally explained to the content creators on YouTube. You know, and you can see why people have gotten really upset about this situation on that, and we are working on a video talking about it. Hopefully we'll have that up soon, or at least by the beginning of February on that. Ron Jeremy. Now, we've discussed him in the past before. Former porn star, accused of various sexual assaults on women, which basically, you know, I always say facts and evidence to the situation, but looks like we will never hear that because basically a judge has finally, back on the 17th of January, has declared him unfit for trial, and that's official now. Basically what has happened, he has a very, very bad case of dementia, which is like of the worst of the nature on there. I mean, he's practically age 70 at this point. I mean, even if he was able to make it through the trial and found guilty, that's 300 years. He's already at the end of his life on there. And a dementia issue, you know, if you know anybody with dementia, stuff like that, it's not great to go through, because basically there are many different levels of dementia, and sometimes, you know, it's people lose their minds or they become very aggressive in certain points. But we're going to read a little bit into this from XBiz, and at this point it's like, where do we go now with this? And there is one more point we have to get to. There is a disposition of the whole entire case, which basically, you know, when someone's not fit for trial, what happens at that point? And out of XBiz, Ron Jeremy declared incompetent to stand trial. Los Angeles judge presiding over the Ron Jeremy trial ruled that the former adult performer and media personality is not competent to be tried for the multiple counts of and sexual assault alleged against him. Judge Robert S. Harrison considered the two medical reports by the defense and prosecution, which agreed that Jeremy suffers from an incurable neurocognitive decline and cannot be tried for alleged sex crimes. News of the ruling had leaked earlier this month when a Los Angeles Times reporter decided to publish parts of an email sent by the lead prosecutor in the case. Los Angeles County Deputy District Attorney Paul Thompson, preparing the alleged victims and witnesses for the outcome. Several media outlets covering the case, including XBiz, has received the same email leak, although only the Los Angeles Times had made the decision to publish it ahead of the judge's decision. During a hearing scheduled on January 17th, Judge Harrison stated that Jeremy is not competent for trial, adding that both medical reports indicated that he suffers from an incurable decline and he would most likely not be restorable. Jeremy's lawyer, Kate Hardy, told Rolling Stone today after the July 2022 assessment by the defense doctor that the prosecution doctor report issued in October found more in favor of incompetency. She was more thorough. I don't think that there was any other options. Where is there a medical issue? As XBiz reported, the criminal case was at a standstill since presiding judge George Lomel's March 17, 2022 decision to suspend the proceedings after he received reports from Goldfarb and the bailiff that the defendant was incoherent and could not be transported to the court. George Lomel then referred the case to a mental health courthouse for a decision on Jeremy's ability to stand trial. The judge recommended that the psychiatrists on each side conduct evaluations to determine his competency. Jeremy has been waiting for trial in Los Angeles, where he has remained in custody since his arrest in June of 2020. After an August 2021 grand jury indictment was returned, Jeremy pleaded not guilty to 12 counts of forcible and 7 counts of forcible oral copulation, 6 counts of sexual battery by restraint, 4 counts of the sexual penetration by a foreign object, 2 counts of sexual penetration of an unconscious or asleep person, and 1 count of each of a lewd act upon a child under the age of 14 or 15, sodomy by the force, and assault with intent to commit rape. In November 2021, XBiz published a detailed account of the 21 accusations that formed the Los Angeles County District Attorney's case against Jeremy. It remains only comprehensive journalistic account of the testimonies given before a grand jury. Now, there's a section here XBiz did not bring up on here that the AP reported in their article, which is basically prosecutors will be reevaluating his conditions, which honestly, it's not going to get any better for Ron on there. The second half of it, in about a month, the judge will be reviewing this case as far as it's a hearing as far as to close out this situation, whether that Ron Jeremy will be institutionalized in a state hospital or not, which most likely it probably will happen due to the level of his dementia. And it's a shame when someone's mind goes that way. Also, the issue with this is that nobody will get their day in court. You know, one thing in this country is that both the plaintiff and defendant gets their day in court. Neither side will get it. There are accusations that the district attorney rushed this to trial, that basically there were signs of his mental instability, that his illness was showing. Many of people who have worked with him, known him, interviewers, and there are interviews out there that people says, well, he looks drunk, he looks that he might be on drugs and stuff like that, and actually that it might be that dementia just sneaking in on him. That this was well known to the district attorney, and they didn't follow through to have a medical expert check his condition prior to filing this case. And that's, you know, that's also hurt to the people that are making the accusations, because basically they've prepared themselves to go through this case, and you know, now it's like nothing's going to happen. Nothing is going to come across because basically, you know, he's gone. He's you know, in ways his mind is gone, and you know, nobody can be tried if they're this way. But once again, they said from time to time they're going to check his condition, which basically the doctors are saying there's going to be really no changes. I mean, he's age 70, and you know, and this is something that, you know, he's toward the end of his life. And what's going to happen now is he's probably most likely going to end up in a state hospital for the rest of his natural life. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts about it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. This is pretty much after the state administers the last judgment in another month. We could probably close the book on the trial of Ron Jeremy. So until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.